So here's the important thing to know about these social media platforms. Okay. Let's say you have 250 connections. That does not mean LinkedIn is going to show your content to all 250 people. They don't do it that way. Okay. What they do is when you create a piece of content, the first thing they look for is it quality? It goes through a spam filter? Like, is this going to be spammy content, right? Is this high quality content? So then after it goes through that filter, okay, then it goes to a percentage of your audience, okay? Typically, let's just call it 10%. So 25 people saw that post. Out of that 25 people, how many people engaged? And that's what they score it off of that. Okay, well, let's test out of these 25, how many people engaged with it. And let's just say one person engaged with it. Well, they're going, this isn't really, good content. We're not going to open it up. Okay. But let's just say out of 25, we got 25, right? Well, LinkedIn's going ding, ding, ding. All right, we got a winner. Okay. So now they open it up to more of your audience, and then they open it up to third level, right? You go to second and third level from just your first level connections. Then you go to second and third level connections. And then if it really does well, then it opens up to human editors at LinkedIn so an actual human will look at it. And, humans are biased in certain ways. So they may love it. They may go, man, I really like this post. And now get ready for the virality. Okay. That's where the posts go viral, is if it gets through all of those filters, then a human sees it and they turn on the gas. Okay. So to answer your question, how do you get more engagement, right? Either we have to increase the, make the content better, right? Better quality content. That's one thing. That's always the first thing. Other things you can do are controversial, but I'm gonna just, let's see if we can pull back the curtain on this one. Okay, some controversy. There's these things called engagement pods. Okay, and engagement pods, depending on the type that you're looking at. Okay, there's some good ones and bad ones. There are automated engagement tools out there, which I would highly recommend against. Okay, so things like called LimPod, where it's like bots essentially engaging on your content. So you're paying for that engagement. It's fake engagement, and what happens is LinkedIn, if they catch you, they can block your account. I would highly recommend against that. Don't do that. And there's a lot of people right now, if you ever see this conversation coming up, that's typically what they're talking about. They'll say, "Oh, pods are bad, blah blah blah," and they just throw a lot of shade on engagement pods. And that's typically what they're referring to, is these automated engagement pods where you connect a Chrome extension called LimPod, and it just automates the whole thing, and it's all fake. I would highly encourage you not to do that. But then there's these things called real engagement pods, where it's a group message of humans, real people. Typically, these groups are built around some type of commonality. Like, I build these for job seekers. So everybody that's in the group is a job seeker. They're all there trying to get back to employment. So they have that common thread. They're trying to help each other, support each other. They're trying to network with each other, get to know each other, all those things. And so why not build a community pod? That's what you're doing. You're building community, a community pod where everyone is scratching each other's back, helping each other with that engagement. You like my post, I like your post. You engage on mine, I engage on yours, right? Now, one of the things I always recommend, if someone's going to do that and go down that route, is that don't get reliant on it, because the algorithms are smart, and they're getting smarter. Don't get reliant on it. The other thing is, that if you see something that doesn't align with your values, don't engage on it, right? Like, remember that people can see everything that you engage on. So let's say someone put a post in there that was kind of like derogatory or whatever. Who knows what somebody's going to post, right? Somebody posts something in there and you go like and comment on it because you feel almost obligated because they're in that group together with you, right? I would not do that, right? So just pass on the ones that if you feel like it just doesn't align with you, just pass on it. But that's one of the things that you could do to help increase your engagement is to join a community. Join a community like that. But number one would be create better content. That's the first thing I would do.
Point taken. So next, well, I'm always looking internal anyway, for whether or not is this something that I can do better? Is this something that I can ask somebody else to do? That kind of thing. So
yeah, and when you're looking at building better content and creating better content, look at what's being, look at what performs well. Like, look at what actually is doing well. That's what I always do. Go emulate the things that are performing well on LinkedIn. So take some intentional time to scroll on LinkedIn. And the when I say intentional, not just to be a consumer, the intent is to be a creator. And so you're going on LinkedIn to scroll to see, hey, what is doing well here? How are these posts structured? How is the copy structured on this post? And there's a lot of creators on the platform that will teach you literally how to do it through their content. So you're consuming with intention, not to just scroll aimlessly, but take some time to study what is actually performing well. And that way, when you create your content, you start to emulate some of those styles, how to create copy like that. What do the images look like? How are the videos structured? Things like that. So hopefully that helps too.